Hi, I'm Caleb Giddings from Gun Nuts Media, and today we're going to talk about what I think are the 5 best guns for concealed carry. We're going to do this list in reverse order, starting with number 5, working my way up to what I think is the best gun for concealed carry. So, here we go. Number 5, the Smith & Wesson J-Frame. I like J-Frames. They're simple, they're reliable, they're generally great guns. The problem with J-frames is they sort of have a U-shaped utility curve. So if you are never going to take a class, never going to learn how to shoot, never going to do anything with a gun other than buy it, load it, and stick it in a sock drawer, I think the J-frame is probably the best choice for you because it is the easiest. You put it on target, and that's how you get 5 shots out of it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I think kind of in the middle, where you're trying to learn how to shoot well and become a good shooter, J-frames sort of fall off in utility because J-frames are really difficult to shoot well. And then up here at the top end where you're good at shooting, you're serious about becoming a good shooter and serious about employing the fundamentals of marksmanship in a self-defense role, J-frames once again find their utility because you've mastered that long double action trigger pull, you've mastered aiming these guns, and you're ready to employ them to their full potential. Number 4, the Glock 42. Yes, the .380 Glock and not the 9mm Glock. I actually prefer this gun to the 9mm Glock and to most small single stack 9mm for one reason. It's easier to get hits on target. Out of subcompact guns, the terminal ballistics of 9mm are somewhat compromised. They're not compromised all the way down to the level of .380, but I prefer this gun because it's easier to shoot well and it's extremely easy to conceal. You can make a Glock 42 disappear on anyone, regardless of their size. Number 3, Smith & Wesson M&P in 9mm. Now, Smith & Wesson just came out with the new 2.0 M&P guns, which all of the reports I've heard are they're phenomenal and absolutely recommended. I think the original and again the new 2.0 4¼ inch 9mm M&P is absolutely one of the top 3 carry guns on the planet. It is reliable, the new ones are accurate, it is easy to shoot well, it holds 17 rounds, it's really not that big a gun, and almost anyone can carry it concealed. I think these are great guns. There's nothing really bad about these guns. The only thing that I change really on them is I mess around with the trigger a little bit because I'm picky, and I replace the sights. Number 2, the Gen 4 Glock 19. You knew this had to be on the list somewhere, and here it is. 9mm, 15 rounds, small enough to be easily concealed by any normal-sized human being or even a midget like me. The weapon of choice for the United States Special Operations community, well, the handgun of choice for them. What's not to like? Everything about it is great except for the factory sights. I mess around with the triggers a little bit because I don't like the Gen 4 trigger as much as I like the Gen 3 trigger, but again, that's all personal preference. But now you're probably thinking, wait a minute, the Glock 19 wasn't number 1? What's number 1? What could it possibly be? Here we go, we've reached number 1 on my list of the best 5 guns for concealed carry. And this is probably going to be a surprise to some people, but it is the Sig Sauer P229 in 9mm. This gun is the same size as a Glock 19, meaning it is easy to conceal. It holds the same number of rounds as a Glock 19, meaning it has plenty of ammo on board. It is a little bit heavier because it has an aluminum frame, which I kind of sort of prefer a little bit. It comes from the factory with night sights, which are better than the Glock 19, and it is inherently better for my preferred method of concealed carry, appendix carry, because it has a hammer on it. And when you go to holster this gun at the appendix carry position, you can place your thumb over the hammer and put it into your holster safely. I love DASA guns. I think DASA guns are great, and I think this is the best example of a compact, concealable DASA gun on the planet. Sig Sauer P229 in 9mm is my #1 choice for concealed carry. I'm Caleb Giddings, and remember our motto, run your gun, not your mouth.